Bosch, only a part of their business in India is listed, and it's the listed entity. The ABS business, which of course has been catching the headlines of late, because ABS norms will be mandatory for bikes, all bikes, even 125cc. That's been making headlines because Bosch is a big player in that space. But let's understand what is this restructuring that is being spoken of. It's an exclusive that our colleague Vivek is picking up. Vivek, break it down, totally simplify it for us. What are we talking about?
Well, that's right. So what we are picking up from our sources is that the German MNC Bosch Limited is in focus. This is on account of the fact that the company is looking to bring into its listed entity fold two key business entities which are unlisted and which are privately held by the German parent itself. So the two unlisted entities that we are looking at and that we understand will be brought into the fold of the listed arm is Bosch Chassis Systems and Bosch Automotive Electronics India Private Limited. So, Bosch Chassis Systems is the entity that actually runs and operates the anti-locking braking systems business, which was in the news recently, and we'll delve a little bit more into that a little later on, as well as the electronic systems into the listed entity. Now, this particular ABS, or the anti-locking braking system, was in the news recently because the government made it mandatory for two-wheelers to have them. And remember, this particular firm actually has close to 60 to 70% of the market share as far as that particular segment is concerned. So it will be a meaningful EPS accretive, in case this particular transaction does go through. What we understand from our sources is that the company has already appointed a consultancy firm as well as investment bankers are working on the deal. We understand that this deal is in advanced stages. Earlier today, we also wrote to the management of Bosch as well as their corporate communication team. We are yet to hear back from them, but this is going to be an important deal, especially remember the entire auto ancillary space has been in focus. Even recently you saw a deal, something along very similar lines that came as far as the Gabriel Group was concerned, and also this particular ABS systems are in focus on account of the government regulation that did come about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Vivek. And congratulations on that break. This is important. The stock is reacting. It's up about 3.5% on an otherwise flat day. So just reiterating that these two entities, Bosch Chassis Systems and Bosch Auto Electronics, they will become part of the listed entity. Any idea of the size? I mean, they're private entities. So, I don't know if you would have rough numbers offhand. But you're saying this will be EPS accretive. These are largely positive businesses for Bosch.
Well, let me give you a little perspective. So FY25 end, top line of Bosch was slightly above 18,000 crore, profitability in excess of 2,000 crore. Now, both of the entities that we're talking about, especially Bosch Chassis, that is a profitable business. And again, we don't have the actual numbers because it's not a listed entity, but we understand top line was in the range of 4,000 crores. And it is a bottom line positive business. The other business, very similar 3.5 to 4,000 crore top line, but we understand that it's EBITDA positive, but bottom line may be slightly loss-making. But overall, this particular deal is expected to be EPS accretive simply because of the profitability as far as the Bosch chassis business is concerned. And also, there are expectations from the management that this should unlock some value in terms of a higher valuation multiple being given. The closest peer will be an Endurance Technology. Remember, that particular stock also was in focus on account of the ABS mandatory rule that was imposed recently.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And Endurance, by the way, just to add, because we spoke with the Kotak analyst, just reminding our viewers, Endurance has a much smaller market share in ABS. Yeah. Bosch has the lion's share of the ABS.
And now that's going to come into